Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to discuss about the operators and control statements concepts. So first, let us start with the concept called operators in Java programming. First of all, what is an operator is? Operator is a symbol or it is a token to perform an operation by the help of operands. For example, let us see one statement like C is equal to A plus B. Here I have taken one statement like C is equal to A plus B semicolon. What is my intention here is to find out the addition of A and B, and I would like to store that result in the variable C. So for this, what I have used is, I have used different operands and also operator. So if we want to perform an operation like this, we need the operator. Means to perform an operation, we need two kinds like operator and operands. First, let us see in Java what are the different operators available. So we are having essentially of 8 different operators. Let us see one by one. So the first one, list of the Java operators, like the first one is arithmetic operators, second one is relational operators, third one is logical operators, fourth one is the assignment operator, fifth one is conditional operator, sixth one bitwise operators, seventh one unary operators, and the eighth one is instance of operator. Let us see all these operators one by one. Let us start with the first one, that is arithmetic operators. Among these, some are of binary operators, some are unary operators. Let us discuss one by one. The first one is arithmetic operators. We know already, I think everyone aware of arithmetic operators. Like what are the arithmetic operators in Java? We are having 5 arithmetic operators. First one is plus is for addition, minus is for subtraction, asterisk is for multiplication, slash is for division, and percentile is for modulo division. Now let us understand this clearly. So for performing the arithmetic operations, we are using all these. For addition, we are using the plus operator. How it will be is, let us see with the help of simple example. For example, I am having two variables like A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 20. Suppose I would like to perform the addition, then I have to use like A plus B. If I would like to store the result in some variable, then I can use C is equal to A plus B like this. Even if I want to perform subtraction, A minus B can be taken. If I want to perform multiplication, A into B. If I want to perform division, A by B. And if I want to perform modulo, then I can use like this, A mod B. In each time, in the variable, if we would like to store the result, then we can take the corresponding variable like D. Here for the multiplication, E is equal to A into B, F is equal to A by B, Z is equal to A mod B. For example, I have taken. Now, A plus B here, A is having the value like 10, B is having the value 20. So A plus B, we can get the output here is 30 if I display the variable C. Similarly, for A minus B, minus 10. For A into B, 10 into 20, it is going to be 200. Like this, 10 by 20, we can get the, here I would like to tell you one important point that whenever we are going to perform the division and modulus, we have to know some points very clearly that whenever we would like to perform the operation like division, what is the result is going to be? Whenever we are going to perform the modulus operation, what is the result is going to be is remainder. Means if we perform division, what should be the result here is quotient. If we perform the modulo operation, the result is going to be remainder. Like this, the arithmetic operations are going to be performed. So, how many arithmetic operators we are having are 5 arithmetic operators. What are the 5 arithmetic operators are plus, minus, asterisk, slash and percent. Next one, we are having the second kind of operators in Java are relational operators. What is the need of relational operators in Java especially is the relational operators are used to compare the weight of 2 items or the cost of 2 items or height of 2 persons. Like this, the comparison can be performed between the similar type of things. Like what are the different relational operators we are having? Like the relational operators are first one greater than, second one less than, third one greater than or equal to, fourth one less than or equal to, next one equal to, and the sixth one is not equal to. Like this, for performing the comparison, we are having 6 types of relational operators. So, while using the relational operators, what is going to be the result? So, if I have performed some operation like greater than, if I use this operator greater than, how the operation is going to be done? And if I use the less than, how the operation is going to be done? What should be the result for it is, for example, if I am having the variables like A with the value 20 and B with the value 10. Suppose if I have applied the operator called greater than, how it is going to be is, for example, I have checked the condition. For example, if I check like A greater than B, what is going to be the result written from here is A is greater than B. What is the A value here? The A value is 20. 20 is greater than. What is the B value we have taken is 10. 20 is greater than 10. Means here I have checked one condition that whether 20 is greater than 10. Yes, the condition is correct. Means from this we are going to get the output as true. What is this? Is true. Means for the relational operators, what is going to be the result is Boolean value is the result. What is the Boolean value? We have seen like the different data types. Like what are the different data types we have seen? Under that, one of the data type is Boolean. So what is the value for the Boolean is either true or false. So here for the relational operators also, if we have used the relational operators, the result is going to be either true or false. That is, the Boolean value is going to be written in the case of relational operators. Let us see one simple example related to this for understanding in better manner. Relational operators, if we write one Java program for this, how we can write it? So here I would like to take one Java program for the relational operators. So the first thing, we need to take a class. How the class will be? It will be having like class, and class is the keyword, and after this we have to take the class name. What should be the class name here? Name can be anything, but while taking the name, we have to follow the rules of identifiers. That's it. So the name here I would like to take is relational demo. So this is the class name I have taken. And one more thing, this class will be having some scope, means once it is opened, it must be closed. Similarly, next one, we have to take the main method, because always the Java program is going to start its execution from the main method. How it will be is public static void main, and then string args of an array. So what is this public static void main string args? I have explained clearly in the previous session, so that I have taken it directly. Public static void main string args of an array. And then to perform the relational operations, I would like to take two variables of integer type. So integer can be represented with the data type int, and then I am taking the variables like a is equal to 10, comma, b is equal to 5. These are the two values I have taken. Now, I would like to apply all the relational operators. Just now we have seen the relational operators. What are the relational operators we are having? The relational operators are greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and not equal to. Same thing let us apply in this program. So I would like to find out, if I apply the greater than symbol, what the result is going to be written. For example, system, here I am taking the println to print the result of a greater than b or a less than b, like that. All the relational operators let us apply. System dot out dot println of a is greater than b. Just I am taking a greater than b. What I have written here is system.out.println. This is the statement to display something. And then what I am going to display is just one string. It will be displayed clearly like a is greater than b. And also I am using one operator plus here, means once if I have used string here, so the plus operator is going to be worked like the string concatenation operator. What is this? String concatenation operator. So this same plus can be used for arithmetic addition, like suppose a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 5. If I have applied a plus b, then it is going to return the result as 15. Whenever the same plus can be used with along with the string concatenation is going to be done. Means both the strings are going to be joined. Like a is greater than b plus a greater than b. Here I have used a greater than b. As I have already told, for the relational operators, the result is going to be Boolean value, like true or false. Means a is greater than b. What is a greater than b? True. Because a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 5. So it is going to be true. So for this statement, what is the output we are going to get is a is greater than b, true is going to be displayed. Same way, I would like to take the remaining also. How can we take? System.out.println a is less than b. If I check with A less than B. What is going to be printed here? A is less than B and A less than B. So A less than B, A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 5. If I check the condition like A less than B, it is going to return the Boolean value false. Next one. System dot out dot print ln A is greater than or equal to. So let us apply the same. A is greater than or equal to B. Similarly, the next one we can apply system dot out dot print ln A is less than or equals to. Plus plus A is less than or equal to, so that I am using A less than or equal to B. So the remaining also we can write like system.out.println A is equal to B, A is not equal to B, like that we can write the remaining statements like system dot out dot print ln A is equal to B plus A equal to B. For this program, let us see clearly. So next one we can see like system dot out dot print ln of A is not equal to B plus A is not equal to B. Like this we can check the condition like for the basic program just I have taken like this. So what are the values we have taken are A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 5. So there are 6 relational operators. For the 6 relational operators we are checking the conditions like the first one A is greater than B. So if we check the condition there like A greater than B, what is going to be the result here is yes, A greater than B, 10 is greater than 5, yes, true. And the next one is A is less than B, so A less than B, so here the condition is false, so that here it is going to print like false. Next one, system.out.println A is greater than or equal to B. So A is greater than or equal to B. So in this case, what is going to be printed? A greater than or equal to B. Means 10 greater than or equal to 5. Yes. So the condition is true. Similarly, A is less than or equal to. No. The condition is false. The same false will be printed. Next one, A is equal to B. No. Here the condition is false. Next one, what we have taken? A is not equal to B. Yes, A is not equal to B. 10 is not equal to 5. So here it is going to print like false. So from this program, we can able to understand that one point very clearly, that always the relational operator result is going to be Boolean. So why I have written this program clearly is in In the remaining places also, it is going to play the major role. Means in the conditional statements also, we use it to check the condition. There, while checking the condition, what is the value is going to be returned. So to understand that, we have to know it very clearly. That's why I have written. So here, what is the output is going to be for this program? Before that, I would like to tell you one important point, that here the class name is relational demo. The first thing, after implementation of this program, what we have to do? We have to save this program with some file name. So here we can take the file name as the same class name and the file name, both are same. In that case, if we take like that, then the compilation and execution are going to be very easy. So relational demo.java. So after implementation of the program, whatever the main method class we are having, that class name if we use, while execution of the program, we have to use the class name only. That's why it is recommended to take the class name as our file name. So relational demo.java. And how can we compile this program? By using the command called javac space filename.java. So what is the file name file name is relational demo.java. If we compile this, if there are no errors in this program, the control comes back and for the execution. How can we run this program or execute this program is by using the command called java space class name we have to take, like relational demo. So if we run this program, we are going to get the output like A is greater than B true, A is less than B false, A is greater than or equal to B true, A is less than or equal to B is false, A is equal to B is false, A is not equal to B, yes, A is not equal to B, here what we are going to get is true. Let me take this. Here we will get A is not equal to B is true. Right? This is the program for relational operators. Next one. Let us see about the third one is logical operators. After the relational operators, what is the need of logical operators or logical operator is, if we would like to find out whether both the conditions are true or whether both the conditions are false, whether one is true and the second one is false, like that if we would like to compare, then in that case logical operators are going to be used. Means if we are having the two expressions with the relational operators, in that case, or even with the operands also we can compare. Now, what are the logical operators we are having in Java? We are having three logical operators. One is logical AND, second one is logical OR, and the third one is NOT. So we are having three different logical operators. Let us understand one by one. Here we are having the same logical operators and the Boolean operators. There is the little comparison. I will explain that comparison while explaining the Boolean operators. Now let us understand the logical operators alone. So now we are having three logical operators, like one is logical AND, also called as short circuit AND. Second one is short circuit OR. Third one is logical NOT. So these are the symbols we have to use. So keep in our mind that whenever we see the short circuit AND, we have to use the ampersand two times, 1 and 2. Same way, whenever we use the short circuit R, we have to be very careful to use two vertical bars here, right? Logical R, logical not. So let us understand about the first one, short circuit and how it is going to work. Before going to see the short circuit and, we have to see what is the end statement. What is the end statement says, if whenever the two operands are true, then only the result is true, otherwise false. For example, if we consider the two operands like one is OP1 and the second one is operand 2, means operand 1 and operand 2. What is going to be the result between these two? Let us understand. Operand 1 and operand 2. So here I am applying the short circuit end, or let us see first of all what is end condition is. So here, what is the end statement? End statement says that if any one, if that both the operands are true, then only the result is true. So here we can compare like operand 1 is true and operand 2 is also true. In this case, what is going to be the result? The result is also true. Whenever we take the operand 1 is true and the second one is false, in that case, the result is going to be false. If the operand 1 is false and the operand 2 is true, in this case also the result is false. If both the operands are false, in that case also the result is going to be false. Here, whenever we apply the short circuit end, how it is going to react, that we are going to understand. Means, suppose if I am having two, let me take three variables like A is equal to 10, B is equal to 5 and C is equal to some 6. Here I would like to check the condition like short circuit end, how the short circuit end is going to be done. Let us understand that. Here I would like to take one condition that A is greater than B. What is A is greater than B here? A is equal to 10 I have taken and B is equal to 5. Whether A is greater than B? Yes, A is greater than B is true. And here I am applying the short circuit end. Short circuit end means what we have to take? The symbol for the short circuit end is double ampersand. Same thing I am taking here also. A is greater than B and A is greater than C. If we check here, A is greater than B and A is greater than C. How it is going to be? A is greater than B, the condition is true. Condition is true. And also A is greater than C, 10 is greater than 6 is also true. So in this case, the condition is going to be true. For example, if I check it like this, if A is greater than B and A is greater than C, then the result here, the entire condition is going to be true. Suppose, if I check the same condition like this, A is greater than B and A is less than C. Suppose I am checking the condition like this. A is greater than B and A is less than C. How it is going to be? Let us understand. A is greater than B is true. Yes. And A is less than C. What is the A value is 10, B value is 5. A less than C means here it is false. Yes, the first condition is true, so that here I am using the relational operators so that the condition checking or the operator association is from left to right and the precedence is same. A is greater than B is true, So the next condition is going to be checked once again, because here if both are true, then only the result is true. Once the first one is true, then only the second one is going to be checked. Suppose here in this case second one is also going to be checked. Third one, if we take, for example, the third one, just I am taking like A less than B, short circuit end, and A greater than C. I have taken one more condition here, for example. How it is going to be? A is less than B, 10 is less than 5. Is this condition is true? No. The condition is false. If this condition is false, is there any need to check the second one? Once the condition 1 is false, no need to check the second one, right? That type of condition checking is going to be done with the help of short circuit end. If we use the double ampersand, in that case, short circuit end is going to come into the picture. Means whenever the first expression or the first condition is true, then only it is going to check the second one. In this case, already A less than B is false, no need to check the second one. No need to check the second condition. So the control will not go to the next condition because the first one is false. Right? Even we have the last one is, if both are false, in that case also false. So from here itself we can able to understand whether the next one is true or false. Whether the second one is true or false, the control will not go to the next one. That's what the short circuit end is. The next one, let us see the next one is logical or with respect to the short circuit or. Let us understand how the short circuit or will be. So let us see what is the statement for the short circuit or. What is the statement for the short circuit or what is the statement for or statement? Or is if any one operand is true, then the result is true. Means, for example, here I am taking like, let us take the truth table for the same again, OP1, OP2 and the result OP1. Short circuit R I am using so that we have to take two vertical bars, OP2. How it will be? How it will be? As I have already told, if any one operand is true, then the result is true. Means here OP1, first one I am taking true, and OP2 is also true. In this case, the condition is true. Next one, true, OP1 is true and the OP2 is false. In this case, OP1 or OP2, again true only. Next, third case, OP1 is false, OP2 is true. In this case, again the condition is going to be true. Next one, if OP1 is false and also the OP2 is false, the result is going to be false. Means if both are false, then only the condition is false. Here, what is the importance of short circuit or? Let us understand by seeing this truth table itself. So here, as per the statement, or statement, if any one operand is true, then the result is true. So if it checks that the first one is true, the result is going to be obviously true itself, so that it will not check the second one. If I take two conditions like A greater than B or A greater than C, if I have taken one condition like this, if A greater than B or A greater than C, In this case, whether this condition is true or false can be identified that if, for example, the first one is true, no need to check the second one. Means the CPU time is going to be saved, performance is going to be increased. So A greater than B, the condition is checked here, and it, for example, if it is true, then the second one will not be checked. For example, if the first one is false, in that case only it is going to check the second one. If the second one is true, then the result is going to be true. Otherwise, the result is going to be false. Means from this we can able to understand that both are false, then only the result is false. Like this, the third one we are having is logical NOT, the symbol is exclamatory operator. Next one is assignment operator. How the assignment operator is going to be is variable equal. So here, whatever the expression or value we are having, if we would like to store that in a variable, then we can use the operator called assignment operator. For example, I would like to store the value 10 into a variable like A, then I can use the assignment operator equal to. A is equal to 10, right? We will use this one commonly in all the programming. So assignment operator is going to be like this. Next one, another important point we have to understand that, for example, if I have a statement like A is equal to A plus 10, suppose, let us understand, A is equal to A plus 10. If we observe, the left hand side we are having the variable name is A, and the right also I have the variable name is A. In this case, we can use it like the another way of assignment operator is shorthand assignment operator. Suppose left side and right side both are having the same name. In that case, we can use same thing like plus is equal to 10. Means A plus is equal to 10. How the shorthand assignment operator will be is OP is equal to, we can use this format. Means whatever the operator we are having here, that will come into the front. A is equal to A plus 10 can be written as A plus is equal to 10. That is also called as shorthand assignment operator. So assignment operator is this. Next one is conditional operator. How the conditional operator will be is, we are having the syntax is like this: condition and question mark, colon, and we are having the next expression. How it is going to work? Let me take one more, another way for the same thing, like expression 1, question mark, expression 2, colon, expression 3. Here we are using two operators, question mark and colon, as one single operator, that is conditional operator. For the same thing, we are having another name is the question mark and colon can also be called as the ternary operator. What is this? Is ternary operator. How the ternary operator will be? Question mark and colon. How it is going to work? Let us understand it clearly. Expression 1. So here one condition is going to be checked. If expression 1 is true, then the result is going to be expression 2. If expression 1 is false, then the result is going to be expression 3. That's what we can see here. Condition is going to be checked. If this condition is true, then this part will be executed. If the condition is false, then if false part will be executed. Even we can see this. If the condition evaluates to true, then executes the statements after the question mark. If the condition evaluates to false, then execute the statement after the colon. So this is the part. For example, let us see one simple example related to it. Suppose I am having two variables like x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 20. And I would like to apply whether x is greater than y or not. In that case, if the condition is true, I would like to print x. Otherwise, I would like to print y. Means among x and y, which one is the big? For example, let us find like this. Then how it is going to be is x is greater than y. How the conditional statement will be? X is greater than y, question mark, x. If x greater than y is true, then x will be the result. Otherwise, y will be the result. As for the conditional statement, what we have learned, if expression 1 or this condition is true, then this part will be executed. Otherwise, after colon will be executed. Here in this case, what is the x value? 10. What is the y value? 20. So 10 is greater than 20 is false. That's why for this one, the biggest value can be identified as y by using the conditional statement. Right? Next one is bitwise operators. We are having different bitwise operators, like there are 7 bitwise operators in Java. The first one is bitwise AND. The statement is same. AND means if the first operand is, if both the operands are true, then only the result is true. In this case, let us understand clearly when compare it to the logical AND. Next one is bitwise OR. Third one, bitwise XOR. Fourth one, bitwise complement operator. And the fifth one is left shift. Sixth one is signed right shift. So we can able to understand one point, that greater than, this is signed right shift, and the next one is unsigned right shift. Like this, we are having 7 bitwise operators in Java. So if we see the first one, bitwise AND, how it is going to be? Just now we have seen the truth table. So here I would like to explain the bitwise AND with respect to one example, like A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, and C is equal to 15. Like this, for example, we are having some values. Now, I would like to use the symbols like A greater than B, bitwise AND I am applying, and C is equal to 15. For this, I am taking like B is greater than C. So here, A greater than B means whether 10 is greater than 20, the condition is false. So here 10 greater than 20 is false. Even though we know that the first one is false, and at the same time, if both are true, then only the result is true with respect to the AND statement. Even though it is the bitwise AND, so that it is going to check with the second one. Like what is B is greater than C? So B is greater than C means 20 is greater than 15. So here it is true. Means false and true are going to be compared. Right? Means first one is false actually. No need to check the second one. But it is the bitwise, that's why it is going to check the even second condition also. So that is the difference between the bitwise and logical short circuit and we can understand. In short circuit and how many ampersands we have used? We have used two ampersand symbols, whereas in bitwise AND case only single AND we can use. Next one is bitwise OR, single vertical bar. The same statement. What is that? If any one is true, then the result is true. If both are false, then only the result is false for the OR statement. So bitwise OR is going to check the two conditions, whether the first one is true or not, the second one is going to be checked, like how we have seen in the bitwise AND case. So we have seen like the same and OR, short circuit and short circuit OR. What is the difference? We have to we have to understand the difference between the short circuit and the bitwise AND, short circuit OR and bitwise OR. Here I would like to highlight the third one is bitwise XOR. How it is going to be is, the statement says that if both the operands are different, then only the result is true. For example, if we consider OP1, OP2, here I am taking these two as two operands, and the result how it is going to be OP1 XOR OP2. How the result is going to be? Let us understand it. How the OP1 and OP2 with respect to XOR, let us understand. If both are different, then only the result is true. So the first one I am taking, OP1 is true and OP2 is also true. In this case, what is the result here? Both are not different. Both are true. Same means the result is going to be false. The first operand is true and the second one is false. In this case, what is the result? Both are different. So different means true. OP1 and OP2, just I am taking OP1 is false and OP2 is true. In this case, both are different, then the result is true. Next one, final one, both are false, both are same. False means both are false, both are same, the result is going to be false. Same thing we can apply, right? Next one is bitwise complement operator. If the first one is true, if we apply the bitwise complement on it, it is going to be the reverse one. If it is true, the result is going to be false. Left shift operator. Suppose if we take A is equal to 10. So here I have the decimal value A is equal to 10. If I convert it into binary format, then it is going to be like 1010. As we know, integer contains 32 bits. What is the size of integer is 4 bytes. 4 bytes is nothing but 8 bit. 4 bytes are nothing but 8 into 4, that is 32 bits. So here we can have 32 bits. Among the 32 bits, just I am showing the 4 like 1010, remaining all are going to be zeros. Now, if we apply the left shift on it one time, then how it is going to be? A left shift one time. We can see the left shift operator, how it will be? Left shift, right? The same thing, on A, we are applying the left shift. How many times? One time. In that case, how the values can be moved? Let us understand that. For example, I am having the values like us take it once again. Just we have taken A is equal to 10, left shift we are going to apply. A is equal to 10. If we convert it into binary format, it is going to be 1010. If we apply left shift one time on the variable A, how it is going to be? How can we write that? A left shift operator one time. Means all the values will be moved one time towards left side. Means this 0 will come to the next position, 1 will come to the next position, like this and like this. And the last position will be filled with 0. Means how it will be? If we consider we have shifted the values, the last one comes to the last but one, like 0, 1, 0, 1 and 0. Like this the values are shifted. Now let us find what is the value for it. That is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4. What is the value for it? Now 16 plus 4. That is 16 plus 4 is going to be 20. Means from here we can understand one point, that if we apply the left shift one time on the variable, then it is going to be multiplied with 2. A is equal to 10 is taken. A is equal to 10 already we have taken, and we have applied the left shift one time on the variable A, and now its value is going to be 20. Again, if we apply left shift one time on another time on the variable A, its value is going to be 40. Means directly we can say one point, that whenever we apply the left shift, it is going to be multiplied with 2. Then how the right shift will be? Whenever we apply the right shift, so based on the sign it is going to be, and one point we can understand that if we have taken A is equal to 10 and if we have applied the right shift on it, then it is going to be divided by 2. For example, I am applying A is equal to 10, 1 0, 1 0. 1 0 1 0. In this case, I would like to apply the left shift one time. A is equal to 10 I have taken. So A right shift one time, left shift just we have seen, and for this left shift we have got the value 20. Right shift we are talking now. A right shift one time means all the values will be moved to the next position. How the values will be moved is this one will move to the next. Means here in this place we can get the previous value like 0, 1, 0, 1. Means after performing the right shift, the value is going to be 101. What is the 101 value? Just now we have seen 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 like that. Here 101 we consider 1, 2, 4. What is the A value now? After performing the right shift one time, the value is going to be 5. Nothing but if we apply the right shift, directly we can say one point, that it is going to be divided by 2. That's it. So left shift means multiply by 2, right shift means divide by 2. So here we can understand the difference is, it is related to the sign, and the 3 greater than for the right shift is related to the unsigned. That's it. Next one is unary operators. One of the most important and valuable concept in operators especially is unary operators. Suppose the first one, unary minus. Unary minus. How the unary minus is going to be? Just whatever the positive value we are having, like a is equal to some value 10. If we use minus a, we can get the value as, for example, a is equal to minus a. Then the a value is going to be minus 10. Similarly, unary plus. And the next one is increment and decrement operators. Let us focus our concentration on these two especially. Plus plus is nothing but the increment operator. Minus minus is also called as the decrement operator. So increment and decrement operator, it is the one of the very, very important operator. So how it is going to be? Again, the increment operator can be divided into two types, like the first one is post increment and the second one is pre-increment. What is the difference between this post increment and pre-increment is going to be? Let us understand with one simple example here. That is, for example, I have a is equal to 10. If I would like to add plus 1 to it, I can take it like a is equal to a plus 1. Initially, I have the value a is equal to 10 and I have changed like a is equal to a plus 1. Means I have added 1 to it. Suppose if we would like to perform the same operation, simply without writing this much, even we can write it like a plus plus. Means plus plus means it is going to be added 1 to the variable. Like how a is equal to a plus 1, same manner a plus plus is going to be. Here, how we are applying this increment is again divided into two types, like the first one is post increment and the second one is pre-increment. Suppose if we write this operator plus plus after the variable, then it is called as the post increment. Suppose if we write the operator first plus plus and then the variable name plus plus a, then it is going to be called as the pre-increment. Means the operator comes before the variable, right? That is the difference between these two, post increment and pre-increment. In both the cases, here if we use this variable individually, like a alone, a plus plus and plus plus a, if we take, in both the cases the value is going to be 11. Suppose first time I have used, like the first case I have used a plus plus post increment, then the value is going to be 11. Suppose in the second case if we use the pre-increment, in this case also the value is going to be 11 only. Whether you perform post increment or pre-increment, if if we use the operator on the variable alone, then there is no effect. In both the cases, the result is going to be same. For example, if we apply it like b is equal to a plus 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 1, for example, a plus 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 1, how it is going to be? So here a plus 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 1 and we are storing the result in b, that is our intention. So here how the value is going to be stored is b, actually let us consider a is equal to 10 and we would like to perform a plus 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 1. In this case, what is the a value and what is the value of b? Let us understand. A, initially we have taken the a value is equal to 10, b value is going to be stored in it. Now, what is the b value here? B is equal to a plus 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 1. Here, I am using the statement like a plus 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 1. In this case, first the addition is going to be done, a plus 1 is going to be done, In that case, in B we will get the value as 11, and in A we are going to get the value as 11 after. Actually, by seeing this, we can able to understand one point, that B should contain the value 12, but why you are telling that B is having the value 11? Means what we have used here is, we have used the post increment. That's why addition is going to be done first, and then only the result is going to be changed. Suppose for the same thing, if we take the statement like A is equal to 10, and for example B is equal to plus A plus 1. Suppose if we take the statement like this, B is equal to plus A plus 1. In that case, how the effect is going to be? Here it is pre-increment. First the increment will be done, and then the value 1 will be added to it. Means the A value is initially 10, now it is going to be changed to the 11. So same 11 will be added with another 1. So in that case, B is going to be changed as 12. For the same statement, what we have understood here, if we use along with the some expression, in that case, the effect is going to be, after evaluating the expression only, the increment is going to be done in the case of post increment. Whereas pre-increment, if we consider, first pre-increment will be done, then only the expression is going to be evaluated. That is the major difference between post-increment and pre-increment. Similarly, we are having the post-decrement and pre-decrement also. -1, if we would like to decrement 1 from the existing variable value, then we can go with the decrement operator. So one most important point we have to understand while seeing the increment and decrement, what is that important point is, whenever you want to apply the increment or decrement on the variable, there is no problem. For example, A plus plus, suppose if we have taken, let me take A is equal to 10, and if we can take it like A plus plus, there is no problem. The increment is going to be done. What is the value of A actually? Value of A is 10, and we are applying A plus plus. Then the value for A is going to be 11. And then, for example, if I have taken like 10 plus plus, what is going to be done? So A is the variable, A plus plus if we have applied, then the increment is going to be done and the value is going to be 11. In the case of 10 plus plus, here we are using, instead of the variable, we are using the constant. So the increment and decrement operator cannot be used on the constants. Even we can take it like 10 plus 1 is 11. Same manner, we are trying to increment 10 plus plus. In that case, 10 plus plus if we have applied, the output for this one is going to be the compilation error. Means the program will not be compiled properly. So the most important point we have to understand is, whenever we use the increment and decrement operator, we have to use the variable. We should not use the constants. That is the important point. Next one. Instance of operator. Another operator, the last one, most important operator, that is instance of operator. What is this instance of operator is, suppose in Java we are having the concept called object-oriented programming. In that, one of the concept is related to the class and the second one is related to the object. Suppose if we are having one object, for example, if we have one class called A, class A. Suppose if I would like to create the object for A, how can I create in Java is class name space object name is equal to new class name and along with the constructor call. A OA is equal to new A. Now we are going to check instance of whether one object is the instance of another class or not. As we know, the definition for the object is instance of the class is nothing but the object. Same thing we are checking here by the help of an operator called instance of is. So how it is going to be is OA is the instance of A. Directly we can check the condition like this. For example, if you would like to print what is the result for it is by the help of the println statement we can take. For example, I am writing here system.out.println of OA instance of A. As we have seen, the operator instance of used to check whether an object belongs to a class or not, whether this object is an instance of that class or not. To check that, we are using instance of operator, OA instance of A. It is going to return true or false. Here OA is an object of the class A, so that it is going to return true. Right? What is the importance of this instance? Instance of is used to check whether an object belongs to a class or not. Nothing is there. So like this we have seen different essential operators in Java. What are the different operators we have seen? The first one, arithmetic operators. What are the different arithmetic operators we are having? 5 arithmetic operators. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and modulo. What is the difference between division and modulo? Is for the division, the result is going to be quotient, whereas the modulo, the result is going to be the remainder. And then we have seen the second operators are relational operators. How many relational operators we are having in Java are 6. What are the 6 relational operators? Are less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, not equal to. And then we have seen the third kind is the logical operators. What are the logical operators we have seen? Short circuit, logical AND, logical OR and NOT. And also we have seen the fourth is bitwise operators. There are 7 bitwise operators like bitwise AND, NOT, XOR, left shift, signed right shift and unsigned right shift. And also we have seen the unary operators like unary plus, unary minus, increment and decrement. And the assignment operator we have seen. For that just we will use the operator is equal to. And also we have seen another operator like instance of operator, and along with this we have seen the 8 different operators in Java. Right? Let us see the next one under the next one or next topic after the operators is the control statements. What are the different control statements we are having in Java, or what is the need of control statements? Suppose if we have written till now whatever the program we have seen, if we see the execution sequence, always the execution is going to start from the main method, and from that main method all the statements will be executed one by one in sequential manner. Suppose if we would like to stop, some statements should not be executed, or if we would like to skip some statements to be executed. And if we would like to execute the statements repeatedly, one statement or multiple statements or compound statements repeatedly, in that case we can see another way like iterative statements. And for example, if we would like to alter the execution sequence, like if we would like to come out dynamically from the execution, then we are having the jump statements. Or if we would like to start the continuation, continue statement like that, we are having the jump statement. Like the need of control statements is whether you want to skip some statements to be executed, or if we would like to execute the statements repeatedly, in that case we can use the control statements. The flow of execution can be altered. So how that will be altered? With respect to three kinds of statements in Java. The first one is selection statements, second one is iterative statements, and the third one is jump statements. So these three are used to perform or used to change the flow of execution in Java, or the flow of execution of the program in Java. So the first one, selection statement, if we see, there are two selection statements, like one is if statement and the second one is switch statement. And also we are having different iterative statements, like four different iterative statements. One is while. These are also called as the loops, like while loop. Second one is do while loop. Third one is for loop. And the fourth one is for each loop. And also we are having jump statements. There are two jump statements in Java. One is break statement and the second one is continue statement. Again, coming to the if statement, the if statements can be divided. So one more under the jump statement is written. And if we consider the if statement, what are the if statements we are having? First one is simple if, second one is if else statement, third one is nested if, and also the fourth one is if else if or else if ladder we can say. So these are the different control statements in Java. Let us understand and discuss clearly about all these control statements. The most important topics for any programming, like it may be competitive programming or it may be some programming practice, in whatever the program we are using, in all the places, these are going to play the major role. If we understand these control statements in any programming language, we can solve any kind of problems. The most important and valuable concept in any programming language is control statements. That much importance is there. Whatever the real-time problems we are having, to solve those problem statements also, the basic fundamental thing we have to understand is control statements only, right? So let us see the control statements one by one. First one, let us understand what are the different control statements we are having. One is selection statement, second one is iterative statement, and the third one is jump statement. Under the selection statements, what are the different selection statements we are having? If statement and switch statement. Under the if statement, if we consider simple if else, nested if, and if else if. If else if can also be called as the else if ladder. Switch statement, under this switch statement we can use the keyword switch on. Next one is iterative statements. Four iterative statements or four loops we are having: while, do while, and for. These three are well known, and in Java especially for each is also there. Next one is jump statement. What are the different jump statements we are having? Are break, continue, and return. Suppose in a program how we will use break, continue, and return also we will understand clearly. First of all, control flow statements. The first one what we can understand is what are the different control statements and what is the use of each one. Just now we have seen there are three different control flow statements, like the first one is selection statement, second one is iteration statement, and the third one is like jump statement. What is the selection statement importance? It allows the program to choose different parts of the execution based on the outcome of an expression. Suppose some part of the statements to be executed, some are to be skipped. Such kind of practice can be done with the help of selection statements. Iteration statements means it enables program execution to repeat one or more statements. So the execution of one statement or more than one statement can be done repeatedly with the help of iteration statements. Next, the third one, jump statements enable your program to execute in a non-linear fashion. So how all these three are going to play the major role in Java, let us see. First one, coming to the selection statements, how the selection statements will be and what are the different selection statements we are having. So first one, Java selection statements allow to control the flow of programs execution based upon the condition known only during runtime. While execution of the program, whether one block of statement to be executed, another block of statement to be skipped, such conditions are going to be checked in the selection statement. For that we can use if else, if switch statement, and also the nested if we can use. The first one, if statement, if we consider how the if statement will be, let us understand. So here if expression statement means, first one how it is going to be is if is the keyword, and then we are having one expression. Here the expression is the condition. If that condition is true, then the statements inside that will be executed. Let us see that for better understanding. Suppose there are some statements. While execution of the program, there is one condition. Let me take it as the condition 1. If this condition 1 is true, means here the condition is going to be checked. If the condition result is going to be either true or false, in this case expression or condition both are same. So condition 1. So if it is true, then whatever the statements inside are going to be executed. So these are the statements, one statement or multiple statements. So just I am keeping yes inside the parenthesis. Statements means here the condition is going to be checked. If the condition is true, then the statements will be executed. Right here, it is about the if statement. Just if it is about the if statement, just it checks the condition. If it is true, then executes the statements, otherwise do nothing. Means if this condition is false, there is no result for that. That's what the simple if statement is going to be. To solve this problem only, we are having the second one is if else. Suppose let us write one simple program for this for the better understanding. Let us take one class for the simple if statement. Class simple if demo. Just I am demonstrating demo. And inside we have to take the main method. So how the main method will be? Public static void main string args of an array. Here I would like to tell you one important point is class, it is the keyword, all are lowercase. Class name is your choice, you can take any kind, but it should start with the letter. Next one is public static void main. Up to this, public is the keyword, we have to use all lowercase. Static is the keyword, we have to use all lowercase. Void is the keyword, we have to use all lowercase. It is the practice to use main in lowercase only. And the next one, string args. Among this, we are going to use string array of arguments. So string is the class name, we have to use capital S. Means in the string, capital S to be used. In args place, you can take any name, this is your user choice. And then square brackets we are using related to the array concept. Just I am opening the main method here. And we are talking about the if statement. Just I would like to take one variable like int with the value like x is equal to 10. Suppose if we check one condition that if x is less than 10, just I have written one statement that x is less than 10. What is the x value? X is equal to 10. And I am checking the condition like x less than 10. First, before going to see like this, let me check with another way. That is x is equal to 10. And here inside this, just I am printing like system dot out dot print ln, and I am printing one statement that x is equals to 10. And I am closing the if statement, and also I am closing the main method, and also I am closing the class. Here what we have used, class name, public static void main we have taken and it is opened, and then int x is equal to 10, I have taken one variable x with the value 10 of integer type, and I am checking the condition here that if x is equal to 10, means here what is the condition we are checking? X is equal to 10, double equal to I am using here. Here I am using what kind of operator it is? Relational operators. So x is equal to 10. What is the x value? 10. 10 is equal to 10. The condition is true. In this case, the output, so if it is true, if this expression or condition is true, then whatever the statements inside this block will be executed. Here, I would like to tell you one more point that while using the if statement, if we would like to use the single statement itself, and that statement is going to be terminated with semicolon, let us assume. In that case, we no need to use this body like left curly brace and right curly brace, or opening brace and closing brace. We no need to use. Or even if we use also, there is no problem. Means normally for writing the compound statements, we will take this body like opening brace and closing brace. If we are having the single statement, it is optional to use either using opening brace and closing brace or not. That is up to your choice, right? If x is equal to 10, our focus is related to the simple if statement. What the simple if statement says that if this condition is true, then that block will be executed. Otherwise, do nothing, like that we have seen. So if we compile and execute this program, we will get the output like x is equal to or x is equals to 10. Like that we are going to get the output. Just I would like to alter the condition. I don't want to take x is equal to 10 here. Instead of that, I would like to use different. Just I am changing x is greater than 10. If this condition is true, then inside this we are having some statement like x is equals to 10. But here what is the condition we are checking? X is greater than 10, the condition is false, so that do nothing. Means it will not execute this part. Just the control will come to the next statement. If we are having another statement here, that statement will be executed. Otherwise, it will not give any output. So that is the problem with the simple if statement. What is the simple if statement? Simple if statement is going to check the condition. How the if statement will be? We have to use one keyword, if. After that, left parenthesis and right parenthesis. Inside that, we have to write one condition. Right? Like this we will write. So what is the disadvantage with this is, If the condition is true, okay, we will get some output. If this condition is false, it will not give any output. That is the major drawback. To solve this problem, we are having the second kind is if else. Let us see that also. So how the simple if, just now we have seen with respect to the if expression statement and related to the simple and compound if expression, it will be having opening and closing brace. Inside that we will be having the more than one statement. Like that we have already discussed. Next one, if else statement. How the if else statement is going to be? Let us see the general form of if else statement. So first one, if keyword we have to use. After the if keyword, we will be having one expression, nothing but the condition. If this condition is true, then the statement 1. If it is related to the simple, then we will be having only one statement. Suppose if you would like to write more than one statement, we can use the body for it. If expression, if this condition is true, statement 1 is the result. If the condition is false, the control will go to the else. Means whatever the statements inside this if statement, they will not be executed. Those statements will be skipped. That's what the if else statement is. Among the selection statements, some selected block will be executed. If this condition is true, statement 1 is the executable part. If the condition expression is false, in that case statement 2 will be the executable part. So that is about the if else. Let us see the same thing with the help of a flowchart, how it will be, right? If else, the statements execution, and meanwhile there is one conditional part. Like for example, if we are having one condition 1. If this condition is true, then one true statement block. If this condition is false, another false statement block. Right? So here the execution will continues, and meanwhile there is one condition. If this condition is true, then the control flow or the execution sequence will start from the true statement block, and whatever the statements inside the true statement block will be executed. For example, if the condition 1 is false, in that case the true statement block will be skipped and the false statement block will be executed. And in both the cases, after the execution of these two, if there is another statement, then whatever the statements we are having after this will be executed, like statement X we can say. Means how the execution will be? Condition 1 will be checked. If this is true, then true statement block will be executed. And after execution of true statement block, directly it will go to the statement X. In this case, false statement block will be skipped. Once the condition is false, false statement block will be executed, and after that the control will directly goes to the statement X. In this case, true statement block will be skipped. Like this we are having the if else statement. How the if else statement will be used in the programming, let us understand. Right. Let us see one simple program related to it. If else statements, how the execution will be, or how can we write the program related to the if else statement to demonstrate it. The first thing what we have to take, we have to take the class in Java program. So class name I would like to take is if else demo, and after the class what we have to take, we have to take the main method. How the main method will be? Like public void main, yes, string args of an array. And after this, I would like to take one variable like int x is equal to 10. Now I would like to find out whether this x is even or odd number. For that, let us see with the help of if else statement. How this if else statement will be is, the first one we can check the condition. How the if else? If expression and then statements inside that, else part will be there. So here I would like to find out whether this is even or odd. For that we can use the condition like x mod 2 is equal to 0, then we can say that x is even. So if it is true, then just I am printing one statement that system dot out dot print ln x is even. So here we are talking about the if else statement, then we can take even else part also, like else let us print x is odd, like system dot out dot print of x is odd. Right. So what is the difference between? So this is the scope of main method and this is the scope of the class. Now let us see here, int x is equal to 10, if x mod 2 is equal to 0, means here we are having one condition or one expression x mod 2 is equal to 0. Here if this condition is true, in that case if block will be executed. If it is false, then this block will be skipped and the next one will be executed. So here if we execute this program, what should be the output? X mod 2 is equal to 0, yes, 10 mod 2 is equal to 0, so x is even, like that will be printed. Means here the condition is true, so x is even will be printed, this else part will be skipped. Suppose just I am changing the value here, I would like to modify x is equal to 11 I am taking, and the condition we are going to check is x mod 2 is equal to 0. Yes, 11 mod 2 is equal to 0 is false. If it is false, then the if block will not be executed, directly the control will goes to the else and this part will be executed. This is about the if else statement. Next one, so far what we have discussed under the control state, under the control statements, excuse me. So far what we have discussed under the control statements are, there are three control statements. One is selection statement, second one is iterative statement, and the third one is jump statement. Under the selection statements, again, if statement and switch statements we are having. Under the switch statement, we have discussed about the simple if statement and also the if-else statement, how the if-else statement will be. Next, coming to the next part, that is if-else if statement. How if-else if statement will be is, so it is like the ladder. Means, suppose if we would like to find out the grade of the student, there will be different multiple choices here, that the grade may be O, A plus A, B plus B, C or fail. Like that we are having different options. So based on the value we have provided or the based on the marks the student acquired, the grade will be decided. For example, between 100 to 90, the student acquired the marks, then the grade is going to be O. In between 90 to 80, then it is going to be A plus. Between 80 to 70, then it is going to be like A. Like that there are multiple options. So such type of problems, if we would like to solve, then we can go with if else if. Means what is the grade of the student? To find that we can use if else if. Then how the if else will be, if else if will be is, the first one if is the keyword. Under this the condition is going to be checked here, expression 1. If the expression 1 is true, then the statement 1 will be the result. Remaining part, whatever the number of statements we are having, all are going to be skipped. In which case, if the expression 1 is true, only the statement 1 will be executed. Suppose expression 1 is false itself, in that case, next it will come to the next statement, that else if expression 2. Expression 2 will be checked. Suppose expression 2 is true, then statement 2 will be the result, or statement 2 will be executed, and remaining all the conditions are going to be skipped. Like this, the conditions are going to be checked one by one from starting to ending. Suppose all the conditions are false, finally else part will be executed. Right? So means if the first one condition, expression 1 itself is true, whatever the number of conditions we are having, all are going to be skipped, no checking will be done. Until the condition is true, the conditions one by one or the expressions one by one are going to be checked, and the corresponding statement will be executed. Right? So in which case this else will be executed, means on top of the else, whatever the statements we are having, all are false. In that case only the else statement will be executed. Let us see what are the rules here. Statements are executed top to down. As soon as one expression is true, its statement is executed. If none of the expressions is true, the last statement is executed. Like this, the if else if is going to be. For example, if we consider one program with respect to the if else if, how it is going to be, let us see. Now, here we are having one variable called month. What is the value for this month is equal to 4. And we would like to print what is the season for it. We have taken month is equal to 4. As we know, month 4 is April. That's why just we are printing like April is in the season. So what is the season? Assignment is done inside the statement checking. So first one, if we consider, if month is equal to 12 or month is equal to 1 or month is equal to 2. month is equal to 12, month is equal to 1 or month is equal to 2, if any one is true, winter is the season. Just we are assigning one string season, winter or spring, summer, autumn, like that we are assigning some season to the variable season here. Season is equal to winter. Suppose the month value is equal to 3 or 4 or month is equal to 5, then the season is equal to spring. Like that we are having one program here. Now, here the first one, if the condition is going to be checked, month is equal to 12. As we have already discussed, it is the short circuit OR. Short circuit OR means from left to right the conditions are going to be checked. If any one is true, then the remaining part will be skipped, right? So month is equal to 12, the condition is false, so that it will check the next one. Month is equal to 1, false. Next, month is equal to 2, all are false. Means if statement is false here, so that the control will come to the next one. Else if month is equal to 3, no, month, what is the month value? 4. Next one is month is equal to 4, yes, here. No need to check month is equal to 5. Here the conclusion is else if here the condition is true and the season is equal to spring, that assignment will be done. Once if it is executed, whatever the statements or whatever the conditions we are having, all are going to be skipped, and finally the control will come to this place. System.out.println, April is in the season. What is the season? Spring dot. That is going to be printed. This is related to if else if. In today's session, what we have discussed is, like the first one we have focused on the operators. What is the need of operator? What are the different operators available in Java? And after that we have started the discussion on control statements. The control statements are divided into 3 types, like the first one is selection statement, second one is iterative statement, and the third one is jump statement. Among the control statements, we have started the discussion like selection statements. Under the selection again we are having if statement and switch statement. Under the if statement we have discussed about if, simple if else, and then else if ladder we have discussed. And the next one like nested if, switch statement and iterative statements we will see and we will discuss in the next session. Thank you very much for joining into ACE Engineering online live classes.